Alright, welcome to our second stream. What an amazing world to be alive in, that I can stream directly to you guys. I hope you'll bear with me as I set up the camera real fast. I mean, this is budget production, I would call it. Give me a moment. Okay, so this kinda works. What should I do? Should I move the camera or should I move the camera a little bit? What a pro! So, as you might see, I now have professional graphics on the stream. How amazing is that? So, I hope you're all doing well. Like I said, this is the second time that we're streaming. Initially, the first stream that I did was a kind of like a test stream. I wanted to see, first of all, if I could pull it off and if it was fun for me to do. I think it's a nice addition to the YouTube channel because people can actually talk with me and have a chat with me. I mean, it wasn't overwhelmingly with people joining the stream. There was a couple who came in, and I also see now that there's not overwhelmingly people watching. But you know what? That's totally fine because you can watch the stream whenever you want, later at some point. So it's actually a huge benefit because people can just come and watch the stream whenever they feel like it, and it's an additional content on my YouTube channel. It's quite fun to see how games are made, so why not? I mean, that's amazing that we can do this. So we are making a game with 0 skills, and that means that, I mean, I've been making games for a long time, but I'm not going to use any of my skills. I'm just going to use assets and very primitive visual scripting. So that's kind of like the setup for this. And last time we worked on different... What were we working on last time? I think we were setting up menus for the game. And today we are gonna work on having enemies be able to knock you out. And then we're gonna work on some different modules for the game. So let me show you what we got. I don't know how much we'll be able to do. Hopefully a lot, but let's see. Let's see where the stream takes us. And all the inputs are very welcome. So now we're just waiting for this stuff to get started. Actually, I bought some better headsets, but I have trouble recharging them for some reason. Oh, the sound effects. Boom. Okay, so there's some weirdness going on. I don't know what that... There's something that I haven't seen before. Yeah, so anyways. This is kind of the game, top-down shooter. You can hit. I don't know how loud the sound effects are for you guys, but... Oh, and he shot me already. Oh, no. No, okay. Quite fast, but I think, yeah, we worked on resetting the game, so we will now be able to reset it, and we can actually play the game. It was supposed to play Oh, this is from... yeah, there's still some issues with this actually. Oh, he shot his friend. Okay, yeah. It's quite difficult. I might need to rework the... like the fighting. Because it's really hard still to hit the... Oh, Jesus. Oh, I got him. Whew. Okay, it would be embarrassing if I kept dying. So now I got a gun. If you walked close to it, you can see there's some indication that you can interact with it. That's also new. And... whoa. Yeah, it's a bit laggy in the beginning because it's loading in every effect. I guess... oh! No. I think... yeah. So once it's loaded, and this is not like how I normally would play, will play a lot better. But once it's loaded, it would not lag. See, now it runs better. It's the blood effects for some reason when they're loading in. Yeah, so this is the game. It's procedure generated, so all the levels are... it's different for each time that you are playing the game. Oof. Also added more enemies to each module that we load in, so it's kind of... yeah, it can be quite crazy. Oh no. No. He got me. So, needless to say, it's quite difficult. This was supposed to be a different color as well. Okay, let me... I just want to see what's going on with that GUI thing. Yeah, so it's been a while since I opened the project. This is the level that we got, and you start in this area, and then you need to get to the elevator, which is here. Let me see. Interact canvas. Yeah, that's cool. And then lots of stuff being loaded. I could probably make that look better at some point. UI. What? Oh, it's because okay. It says aim, and it's supposed to say ammo. So if we just put auto size, that should work it. That should fix it. I don't know who is watching, but welcome. So now it says ammo, awesome. Got him. Quite intense. And I don't know how loud the music is, pretty loud for me. Yeah, so that's the setup. All inputs are very welcome. Even if you're not watching it live, I would love to hear what you think. Cool, so I don't think that's... yeah, so the agenda is to make the enemies able to be melee as well. And that's going to be helpful because it's going to make more variation in the enemies, how they are going to react while you're fighting them and stuff like that, which is really important. And then I want to add more modules to the game to mix it up a bit more. So the level itself I don't think should be any bigger, but if there's more variation in the level as you play through it, that would be a nice addition as well, I think. And I actually want to set up a start room as well, and by start room I mean another room where kind of like the story is starting, and then he goes to this workplace to either he got fired and he wanted redemption, or maybe he got paid a little bit too little, so he was sad that he didn't get the full salary. The company fucked him over, so now he's gonna kill everybody. It makes total sense. My brain is weird sometimes. So I'll show you how so there's a lot of modules, and this is a module that's part of setting up the level. So this is the one you start in, and then I have like a big office as well. So it's this one, and there's different places that can be doors. So that's kind of like the setup that I have for setting up things, I guess you could call it. And it's all like the levels are generated with assets. And if I add, this is the enemy type. So right now it's only colliders because it loads in the skin. Hey man, Bad Bro Animations, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Yeah, so it loads in the skin kind of on the enemy. So, and the reason for that is that we can have different skins later on in the game. And I think it selects a weapon as well. Yeah, so we have a weapon, FSM, which is the visual scripting for this. I see this is named very nice. So this is the prefab, and I'll set this up. So this is going to be a setup. Random weapon is better. Random weapon, and this is going to be set pistol, and this is going to be set Uzi. How are you? So this should be, oh, that's the reaction time. Yeah, it would be awesome to make that in an NFT, but you know, it's NFTs have a very bad reputation. Set up. This is the setup where we kind of define the reaction time and also where the projectiles should spawn. So that's all good. And then I'll make another one which is melee. And I call it melee because it could be cool if they had like a staff. Melee. I don't know if I can put weights on the events. Oh, okay, I can, yes. So I'll do that. Because then I can define how often we get the different weapons. So pistol, Uzi, and melee. Add the melee. So this is just Playmaker, it's quite easy to use. I'm a fan. So we're setting this the big thing is just adding melee, I guess. So it'll change the gameplay loop a lot because you have to fight them off when they come, and if you have like a weapon, you need to be sure not to be too close to them, which I think will be quite fun. But let's see. So the weapon type for this is 0. But today I spent way too much just trying to set up the stream and getting that going. It takes a long time, all the preparation. But yeah, I don't know, that's how it is, I guess. So now I set like this is the way how often it will happen. So pistol is set to 1, melee is set to 1, and then Uzi is set to 1.5 because that's a bit more powerful. And then I think we have a, when does it happen? Pursue, enemy spot. Okay, yeah. So here we have the different actions that can be taken. So if he sees the enemy, he should probably have. So the thing is that when you're melee, you need to get close to the player. And how do we do that? That's a very good question. So we actually need to do a whole different setup for this, because now it sees the player, and then there's a reaction time, and then it shoots, and it just shoots the direction that it's facing. So how would we do this? I think we would then, because we have a move, so there's just an enemy spotted, and then we have pursue and shoot. Why is that there? Weapon. That doesn't send the action. So I wonder why we have the target. Enemy spotted. I'm a little bit confused about how this is set up. Yes, I'm just working on the melee thing. I'll show you. So, because I did this for the character, so you can fight off like just this melee attack you can do, and I want the enemies to be able to have the same attack, because now they can just shoot. Oh, I'm already getting shot. So that would be the cool thing too. Oh, yeah, it's quite hard. Yeah, so this is like how it looks. Hopefully the music is not too loud for you guys. It's very loud for me. I should do something so you can turn it down as well. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, it's quite cool. I agree. It's an asset I got actually. For some reason it shows blue. It was supposed to show red. I don't know what's going on, but I'll look at that at some point when I have the time. Site. I'm trying to figure out how I set this up initially, because I guess from site we should have a, when the player is seen, we should we go into this, and I guess we just keep finding the player. Yeah. So this is, but I'm trying to figure out when I called the shoot event, because the shoot here, and I can't remember when I do that. Yeah, it's kind of like blueprints. This is just called Playmaker. It's the same as blueprints. In Unreal you use blueprints, in Unity you can use Playmaker or something called Bolt. So it's very similar. This is strange as well. Why do I have this? There's some cleaning up to do, I can see. Health. Maybe I don't use this. Can I actually see? Events. Shoot. Oh yeah, okay, so it does send it from here. We have the aim, sound, range. But that's... Okay, it's good to know that it's not too loud. This is the player though. Ah, it's because okay, now I remember. I think I probably just copied this. You know what? I'll check if it's even being used. So it's very cool with the Playmaker. You can see what's going on often, so I'll show you. Let's see if we can get... Oh, there's a lot of enemies. Okay, so somebody shot after me. I just paused the game. So these guys are pursuing now. And if I look into this guy, he's in pursuit. Side, target. So he's pursuing, and actually I don't know why it doesn't show. Yeah, so you can go back, you can kind of like see what's going on. Yeah, I'm using OBS to stream. So you can kind of like go back and see what happened before this, and it shows up here as well. It's raycasting how it would be. Enemy spotted. Let's see. Yeah. Cool. So I just want to see if... Oh, that's the wrong one. I wanted to see in target. Why does it jump? This is a bug, I think. Hey, Default Benji, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's just the top-down shooter that I've been working on. Now I'm gonna die. Yeah. Let me know if there's any, if you have any issues. Oh, we started. It's probably because I paused the game, then it messes up. As I'm working on this and trying to get the melee thing to work, it's Yeah, it's quite an intense game. Oh, sorry about that. It's just lagging because it's loading in some assets. Yeah, so it sounds like my PC is in pain. There's actually a load sound, which I thought would be funny because it's kind of like 80s inspired, but for some reason it's really laggy. I don't know if it's because I'm running OBS and streaming as well, and I'm running on 2 monitors, but I still have a quite good graphic card, so it shouldn't be an issue, to be honest. I don't know what's going on, but it is struggling when it loads in new prefabs for some reason. I don't know why it's like that. But I didn't get any further with this, but you know what, it doesn't matter. I'll just try to continue with this. So if this is set to melee, it should, when it sees a target, it should pursue it. So that means in our site FSM, we are loop site, and this is when we are looking for a player. Player scene. Yeah, so when it first sees an enemy, it will pursue it if it loses sight afterwards. That's kind of like the way it works. If it's still inside, I'll just continue to try to see it. But then we need to actually, how can we do this? So we need to figure out, let me just take up Notepad, it'll help. So melee AI system inside move towards player. And then close enough, attack melee. Cool. Yeah, so I want to add more weapons. That's gonna come a bit later, I think, because now it's just getting all the systems to work. But like grenade launcher would be awesome. Just seeing the office explode with different grenades, that would be awesome. So in the site, we need to detect which weapon do we got. So we're finding out which weapon here, and then we're gonna set it up, and then we're gonna have a bool that's gonna say we defined the weapon now. Oh, I'll turn off Slack. not on purpose. Oh my nose. It's gonna be kind of like this sci-fi setup. So I don't know if it will be maybe pulse grenades or something. Weapon defined underscore bool. And I'm gonna set this to a true value. Copy. And in the first state, I'm gonna set it to false. And then in our site, this is an area with all the directions that our site can have. But in this one, I'll just set a next frame event, and that means that I'll wait a frame and then I'll continue. And the reason I'm doing this is because we need to be sure that we load the weapon first, and then we can test a bool, and then we'll see defined weapon underscore bool. A water grenade, that could be awesome as well. A lot of different weapons could be fun. So this is a local boolean, and that means it's different from each FSM, which is the visual systems that you see. So we need to get the bool from the other system. So that's get FSM bool, even though it's named the same as two different ones. So I can select target, and then I can, no, this is the one, wrong one, weapon. And then weapon defined. Apparently I named it differently, so I'll just rename it, because I want it to be consistent. Oh, I forgot to hit enter. There we go. Weapon defined. I'm going to do that every frame, and then once it's true, we will weapon found. We'll move on. So this should work in terms of, oh, I need to set this. So when it's true, I'll move on to the next steps. And then get the weapon. So get FSM end is now the next step, and that's because in weapon we also defines with weapon type, and then I'm gonna get the weapon type in this one, because we need that to then determine what's gonna happen when we have the weapon type, because ranged weapons are gonna shoot from afar, and then the melee weapon is gonna make us go in close combat. Cool. So we are gonna have a, when it's player detected, we want different things to happen. So we're gonna have it in switch, and that's gonna mean that, oh, actually I'm not gonna have a switch, I'm gonna have a compare, because I'm only gonna have a few melee weapons. So if weapon type is 0, be melee, and if not, it's gonna be ranged. So equal melee, less than melee also, but it won't be less. And if it's further, it will be ranged. And if it's ranged, it will just be the regular stuff that we usually do. If it's melee, I'm not exactly sure, because then we're gonna want to pursue, but I don't think we want to pursue. I think we want to How are we gonna do this? It's a good question. Boop, boop, boop. I thought this would be easy. So when the enemy is spotted, we just look. It's on the target maybe. Yeah. So in this area, it's been a while since I did this. So I think we'll copy the pursuing. And then we will have pursue to close combat, let's call that. Pursue to close combat. Close. It shouldn't be pursue, it should be... Because we're not pursuing now, we're just... or are we? I guess we are. It's just a long name, pursuit to close combat. But let's call that anyway. And we don't want to just scout when we get there, we want to, I guess, check if the enemy is still, if the enemy is close, and if they are, attack. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to add the event pursuit to close combat. So these are events that we are using to kind of like set up the whole thing. Player detected. Enemy spotted. So it takes the hit object and determines it as target here once we spot the enemy. And then we set the position here. And move should also be pursue to close. Actually, I should just have copied this, but I'll do it now. Just copy these events. Paste. And then we'll go to move. Cool. So actually this should come first. So hello Noob Gaming. Welcome to the stream. How are you? It's a top-down shooter, and I'm trying to make the enemies be able to attack you in a melee way. I'll show you. So like having close combat. Don't worry, it's not my computer struggling, it's the sound effects in the game. So this is how it is. Running around, you have your ammo. Right now I don't have any weapons, so it's just melee. Sorry about the lag now. Oh. Yeah, so now because I've been playing with the enemies, they don't attack you. That's a mistake. Yeah. Exactly. So it's about, I guess the story could be, I'm not set on the story. I'm open to feedback and to ideas. But the idea is that you got a salary and the pay was a little bit too low and now you're pissed. So you just want to kill everybody at the office. Or it could be that your friend got a raise but you didn't. So now you're really pissed. I mean, it could be something ridiculous. That's the idea about it. If you had bad employees. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess this will also create projectiles, so now it will act a bit like it will act like shooting, but then the real thing is the thing is, why didn't it work now? That's what I want to know. Target. Site. That's where we were. That would be cool. Also, like, I think it's the movie called Old Dog where he has to fight through a corridor. That's pretty cool. And they have that in... there's a new game. Sisu or something. It's a game where whenever you die, you get older and older, and then until you die of old age, I guess. I haven't played it, but it looks great. Okay, I will see if I can figure out what's going on, why they didn't attack, because that was a bit strange. Okay, now they are. Whew. Hiding behind the columns. So maybe that's when they have the melee weapon, they don't attack one-on-ones. I'll see if I can find an enemy that has... Yeah, so this is kind of like the setup. I'll see if I can find an enemy that has a melee weapon. Okay, so this actually does. So, okay, if I just go down the hallway, there should be an enemy that has that. Okay, so he keeps shooting. Idea floats here, weapons, fire extinguishers. Put out fire for logging out areas. Plus blinging enemies, you mean like you could blind them, maybe? That could be cool. Yeah, not a bad idea. Could be cool if there's different stuff in the environment you could use as a melee weapon as well. And maybe if you have your fists, you need to hit them a few times. If you have a weapon, it could be you just knock them out instantly. That could be awesome. So this guy. We just go to enemy spotted. And what we want to do then is we should probably check how close we are to the enemy somehow. So let me go into sight. Yeah, so we have a sight and we find the enemy. And then we go to the melee section, but I haven't added anything here yet. And I'm unsure what we should add. This is a bit hard on stream because you have to talk with people as well and try to make this work. So forgive me if I'm a bit slow. We want to pursue if enemy is too far away. So let's try and set that up. Actually, first we can't just have this, except, I mean, we're gonna do it in a different way. Enemy spotted. It's gonna be over here. And then we're gonna compare. So another idea from Noob Gaming. And these are amazing that we're getting these ideas. One use mouse maze. Like you use mouse maze as throwing things with the wire, or just throw the mouse if it's wireless. So you would be able to pick up stuff and just throw it to maybe distract the enemy so they wouldn't shoot at you or stun them or something like that. That's cool. That could be fun. Okay, so yeah, so we have the int for the weapon, and then we'll be in compare, and then we're gonna check, is this a melee weapon? And if it is, ranged melee. Okay, we already have a melee. So ranged melee, and then if it's ranged, it will go on to shoot. And if it's melee, we'll need to wait to be in range. So check weapon before attack. And then this one shouldn't have the enemy spotted. Delete. So now what's gonna happen is the enemies, if they're melee, they should just wait. They shouldn't do anything. yeah, I mean, there's always, maybe it could be a bit different pickup, but now you have to press E to pick up stuff. So you're not using the mouse to pick up, like the real mouse. But I think maybe a mouse it could be too small. But there's like, I mean, there's chairs you could pick up maybe, like an office chair, you could pick that up and then throw it. That could be cool. Oh no. So see, this is when you can interact with it. It says press E. So now I got a pistol. And that's a Uzi. Whoa. So I think this person is melee because it doesn't attack. Yeah. Okay, so that was what I expected. I just want to check, but that should be the gist of it. Yeah, cool. So this is set to melee, and yeah, so our sight turned off because we don't have anything that's gonna happen when this happens. I am struggling a little bit to kind of figure out how to do this. I want it to be a thing that I don't need to change later. So I want it to be working and be proper. But this system is already like a bit complicated. Yeah, so I do have I think I told you that I have the E to pick up stuff. Wait for close distance. So I'm gonna add next frame to this. So now we want, I think the next logical step is to have them move towards you, trying to kill you. And we have this one. Pursue to close combat. And I think we have that on target as well. Yeah. So that means once we see him, we should just call that event. Send event. Pursue to close combat. So I'll actually just turn down the volume on this one. Okay, so now we should see them run towards you when they are melee. Yeah, I mean the AI is quite important. I think it's quite good already. It will pursue you and stuff, but there's some bugs with it, and that's the biggest thing. Yeah, I mean, it could be cool if they were hiding the ones with melee attacks. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they need to be too smart because it's very fast paced. Oh, did you see that? He just walked to the place. Let's see if we can find another one. It's quite close though. See if this has a gun or... Yeah, okay, that's one with a gun. So this one is melee. There's a bug as well. It moves around. Okay, so what I'm noticing is that we need to loop the thing. So we have our site and so now we'll loop through and see if we still have it inside. But I think this should somehow, until it's out of sight, so we should still be able to get the position. Copy. Remove. We frame every frame. So now he should be able to pursue you and still look for you, and if so they should be able to, yeah, I mean, teamwork and stuff like that. I mean, it would be awesome, but you see how fast paced it is, and it's really easy to die in the game. So I'll see how it goes, and then I'll add if we need it, but it's supposed to be quite... Oh no, that was a melee guy. It's supposed to be quite... Oh, Jesus. No, yes, okay, there we go. I shouldn't shoot them, I should wait and see if they're gonna run for me. He had a gun. Okay, so not what I had in mind. So when he's within half a meter, I don't think he was within half a meter, maybe he was. I felt like he was quite far away. Yeah, so he's still within sight. But we should have some sort of check if he's close or if he's far away. Or maybe we could add this to the loop. I think we should actually add this to the loop, because then he would keep pursuing, I guess. Let's try it. I mean, normally I'm a bit more organized than this. I think we could wait a second before he goes into full on looking for him again mode. We have 3 people watching now, that's awesome. Welcome to the stream. Oh, actually, I just think some left. But we had 3 people watching. That was awesome. I think that's a record. Oh, he got shot. Oh, okay, he had a gun. I should probably just make them all okay. For some reason it doesn't do what I wanted to do. It has... Is this the issue? I'll just try to make them all have melee weapons, then it's easier to test. And see what happens. Because I don't feel like he's chasing me. So there's something with... Oh. Boop. It's this guy. Yeah, so he's not chasing me. He's just chilling. He's not doing much. Move. But he was pursuing though. For some reason, this doesn't really do much. So it's kind of like it gets the distance, but not really. Oh, it's probably... I don't understand why it does stuff like that. Yes, it does show the wrong position. Target position. Oh. Gets the position. Ah, okay, this is wrong. Yeah. I think. This should be every frame. World, and this should be world as well. For some reason it was getting the... It was getting the position of the owner for some reason. I don't know why I said that. That's a bit strange, but let's see if this works now. Boom, 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 boom. Awesome. That was cool. I was really excited about that for some reason. It's just some build code, dude. I don't know why they seem a bit slower than the main character. So I have run speed. So maybe that should be set to 7.5. I think that might be more accurate. Let's see. But that's pretty cool. That's nice that they're now following you. Then they need to be able to just attack you once they get close enough. Any enemies? Oh. Okay, it's still a bit slower than me. And then they stop. Okay, then they shouldn't go all the way inside of the... Yeah, so we should have a stop function because he did just go inside of the character. But I think that's because we just keep on moving until they're close enough, and then instead of doing that we should have a melee attack here. So we will have something that's called melee. So, and that should be, we should stop. Smooth look at, and let's try that. So this one I'll remove. So now it should be that the enemy, oh wait a second. Now I know why we had the other thing. So this should be, this should be done. Yeah, once we're close enough, we should set the target so he will stop. Close enough. And the run speed should be set up a bit, but that's in the move, because we're still faster. So let's try 10. And then this can be 4. Okay. Yeah, because they have different settings, they're a bit harder to stop them, kind of. But other than that, it worked pretty well. Nice. So acceleration, we could put that to 40. Because I think that's also when you stop. We're getting close. I mean, that's working pretty nice. Maybe we should set it to 9.5, and then the distance, this one, should be 1 meter. So now they should stop a bit further away, but they need some range to kind of like hit you. Yeah, that's awesome. Whoa, okay. That's pretty good. Okay, I already have. Okay, so this is our guy. And we have the protective spawn right here. I'll add some icon for that so we can see how it looks. Because I want to see how far away it is from our enemy. Yeah, we could totally spawn the melee attack from here as well. So I'm just gonna do that. Enemy spotted. So we'll get the distance from our target, and then once he's close enough, he'll try to hit you. So that means we'll, because that's also not a local variable, we will need to get FSM's float. So that means just getting the float from another system, and that is it target or is it's move? No, it is target, of course. Target, and then distance, and we'll call this distance underscore f as well, and then compare float distance. We get that every frame, and once it's 1 or less, we'll do melee. Oh, we already have. Yeah, we already have the action here, so we'll just say, maybe we should just say attack. We'll say attack. Nope. So that means that it'll get the distance that we set into our system, and once it's equal to 1 meter or less, it will attack. If it's greater, it will do nothing. And then we will create melee attack, and then we'll wait afterwards, because there should always be a cooldown, so you can't just keep attacking. And this should be melee, so we already have a object because the player can do this. Save. So we do a melee attack, and that's a raycast that we put out, and it looks for hit objects, and if it's hitting something, if it's a prop, it'll do something, and then just trying to, yeah, okay, so it should also be able to hit the player. Let's test that out. Ooh, exciting! I think it might work now, if we're lucky. Nope. Oh, that's because this is not a legit one. Yeah. Okay, he ran into his own. Ooh. Okay, so there's an issue, and the issue is that it's instant when they attack, which is obviously not the case for in real life. You need the animation to play first, and we should also have something where they can't pursue right away afterwards. So weapon. So wait for range, and then we'll attack, but we'll have a little bit of a cooldown first. We'll have a anticipation, and that's gonna be 1.15. Let's just try, and I'm gonna call this anticipation. And this should play the animation as well. So do we have a setup for that? No, I miss. Sorry, I just noticed something I didn't. Oh, there's a lot. Patrol. Oh, skin maybe. So this is alive, And then we could have one that's gonna be gunshot, or no, melee, not gunshot, melee. No, let's call it melee attack. And we're gonna have a small weight for that. C1.3. And then gonna finish. And we're gonna set animator bow. Sorry. Skin. Just needed to save it. And then I need to check this one. Moving. Okay, so we don't have a attack. So I'll create that. Melee, and I'll create a bow. False. So once it's true, it'll go up here. Once it's false, it'll go back down. And I think it's called punch. No? Unarmed attack. That's not the one we use. I'll need to look at the player. Unarmed attack right 3 is the one we use. And the reason why I want to use this one is because it's quite fast and the pacing, it goes really fast when he's so and I wanna have that. Copy. So that means boom. Boom. Okay. Skin. Open up our prefab. And we'll set the melee attack to true. And then once we are done, we'll set it to false. And weapon. Anticipation. And then we'll send event. And that's gonna go to our skin. And that's gonna be, didn't we make one that was called melee attack? What was it called? Melee attack, but that's probably not, okay, that's not global. Maybe this is too little anticipation. Set this to 4. So they'll be a little bit slower in attacking, but it's not going to matter much because they're going to run towards you really fast, and once they're in range they'll try to hit you. But if they're out of range, So the first one will not really matter, but if you dodge the first one, you'll be able to then attack afterwards, I think. So let's see how that works. But it should play the animation now, that's the important aspect. And actually we should add a sound as well. Yeah, that one doesn't count. Yeah, okay, so anticipation is too fast. Because I don't know if you saw that, but in the animation, they didn't even play the animation before they attacked. So I'll just set this to 1. So that means it takes half a second for the whole attack cycle. Which I think is quite a lot. But it should almost happen instantaneously. Okay, there's some issues still. It still feels too fast. And then I'll just check where this is located and give it a icon again. So I think this should be probably like this instead. So that means now, because I don't know if you noticed, but you had to walk back a little bit to get hurt, and that's not the point. We need it to be that if you just stand still, you'll be hurt. And that was because the ray tracing went through the character. It's for some reason it's still not the way I want it. Okay, yeah, so there's a lot of anticipation in the animation itself. So let's see if we can get rid of that a bit. Yeah, so this should be a faster hit now. Boom. Boom, and then settles out. Okay. Let's see if that does the trick. So it should be more instant now. Oh, that's beautiful. He went into his own. I'm trying to see if I can hit myself. Boom. Okay. That is pretty cool though. I think maybe it should be a bit less distance when they're able to throw a punch. Say 1.3. So they'll still be able to pursue and then try to hit you. And then once they're getting too close, they'll stop. And the reason why this one is not being loaded the same way as we wanted to. That's pretty cool. So you can do it while it's running. Awesome. So it's actually working. So another thing I want to do is should they be? Yeah, I feel like they should be able to hit each other. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take a break, and then I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Sorry, you have to watch this then. There's no turtle on it, but I'll add some text. Amazing. Be right back. No. All in big letters. Yeah. I'll be right Alright, let's go. What's the next step is the thing. So I want to test it out just to see how it works. And then the level is consisting of modules that we're building up, and I want to add kind of like a funnel that you need to go through in every level. So I think that could be interesting to set up. But before we do that, I think I'll just set it up quite rough on the stream, and then we'll have that as a good example of how that is being done. So what I want to do is I just want to see how this is gonna work with different type of enemies. They're probably gonna shoot each other and stuff like that, but that will be okay. So now I'm just gonna run it with. So now you will be able to have different weapons. I'll maximize the screen. Cool. Got him. Okay. He had a gun, why would he be pursuing? Or maybe because I ran out of the... Ah, okay. Ran out of sight. Oh! Ah. Whew. Oh, that was close. It's way harder now. Because now I know if they're gonna go close to you or be from a distance. That's quite cool. Ten ammo, let's go! Oh, Boozy, nice. Yes! I did it. I did it. Awesome. That was a success, I would call it. Really fun. Really fun to play in that setting. Another thing we could add is doors. That might be fun to add. But you know what? It's not gonna be. That's not gonna be today. So I think we're gonna take. But this has a different. Let's see the hallways. Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this hallway, and I'm gonna call it office work funnel. That might be a bit of a weird name, but trust me, I need the highlight to do this. And I'll actually just hide this one. Okay. So select. Yeah, so we have these walls which are cool. It's a little bit difficult to see. But I want to see if we have something that's rounded. Okay. We do have it on. I want it in a different side, I guess you could say. Inverted, so it's yeah, that would be awesome, but it doesn't look like we have it. And you know what, that is okay. We do have radio, that could be cool to add. Picture frames, pens. Can I do these bigger? Yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to add a kitchen as well. Let's see if we have time to do that as well. Oh, there's different plastic cups. That's a door we could use for having doors. Not at this moment, but later. Windows. Doors. Oh, that's a cylinder. That's pretty cool. I'll drag that in. I have no idea what that is. Something for a carpet. We have bookshelves. Maybe those. Oh, that's not intentional. Maybe those could be cool as well to have in this level. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is first to set it up. I wish we had. I don't know if I can just rotate this. Whoop. Oh, that would kind of like. I guess it could work. But it's not looking amazing. You know what? I'll stick to this square format. I was just wondering if we could do like doors on an angle. That would be cool. Yeah. But I guess we can't today. There we go. So we're gonna move this, oh, -3, oh, not -3.3, let's say 6. Cool. So this is just altering what we already got. Oh, sorry. It's gonna be 0. And then this. Nope. And this is gonna be -3. And oh, this is... That's the wrong thing. Ugh, just need to select all these again. I put in the wrong value, so now I gotta do this. Come on. Yes. Yes. So it's not supposed to be... How is this gonna be? It's gonna be 5.7. Yeah. Cool. And I'm gonna take this piece. And that's gonna be moved to -3. And -6. Welcome to the stream. Dramatic. That's gonna be 0. And that's gonna be -3. So I'm just creating this room now, and we're gonna mix it up a bit. It's gonna be like an entrance room to go further into the cooperation of what we are dealing with here. So I want this to be kind of special. It's gonna be a special room. I'm wondering if I want to make it even bigger than what it is now. I think I do. Yeah. Six. Okay. So this is at 8. So we should move it up to 11. And then we're gonna add 3, so it's gonna be like that, I think. Should have tested this before. Then it's 12. No, I made it wrong. Typical. So it's gonna be 14. 15, really? No, I think it's gonna be 14. If I was a bit quick at math, I would know. Yes. Okay, so that's actually accurate. Gonna be at 6. So this is built up of a lot of small prefabs, which is totally fine. Oh, this is a really square room, but that's okay. That's all right with me. $15. There we go. $3. And oops, that's the wrong one. Did I do that? Oh, I did it proper over there. What? Something wrong with this one? No, it's all cool. There we go. Okay, so we set up this cool stuff. Cowing. Yeah, so I'm looking for the bottom part of these columns. Which we don't have that. That kind of sucks. Circle. What is this called? Cylinder. With one L. Okay. Okay. This is a demo scene for this asset. This is an asset that I bought, so maybe I can go into that one and see how they managed. And I think I'll need to do that because this is not what I wanted. Yeah. So let's see, tile sets. Yeah, so we're gonna make a new one and put that in here. Original prefab. So that means we can open it up, and then I'll be able to delete these pillars that I don't want. Cool. So now we have. Why can't I select it? Can I select you? Can't select the bad boy. It's because it's not part of this prefab. Save it. Yeah, okay, it's not. So I'll drag it in. And now it's part of it. Yeah, okay. So see if we can find the scenes down here. So let me just drag that in so we can have both things up. So this is the sample scene that I got from this asset. Ta-da! They set up this amazing thing. Are they even using the round, or they're not using it? And I guess they didn't even put those bottom things on these pillars for some reason. Oh, they did on this one. Okay, so I think they had a idea about how they wanted to do it, and I guess how we're gonna do it is different. So that's kind of sucks. But you know what? I think it's gonna be okay. Then I'll unload it. Useless. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag it down a little bit. Yeah, like that. And I think that's gonna be okay. Oh, we have another issue because there's no top on it. And because it's a top-down game, we want to see some kind of top on it. Okay, so we gotta add a cylinder, which is kind of like a waste, but you know what, it's fine. Cylinder top. And then we're gonna put that on inside. Oh, inside of the other one. Whoa. Because this cylinder has a top. And then we're gonna scale it flat. Oh, gonna scale it flat. And we don't need a capsule trigger on that. Because there's much less polygons on this one. And what material did we have on these? Top something maybe? Ugh. Why is this? I'm selecting the floor piece and I can't see the material over here. Why? Okay, so I don't know why this is. Sure. Not flute. I guess that could work, but that's not what I want. Ugh, why are you messing with me like this? Floor walls? No. It should just be a plain texture that I'm looking for, but apparently I can't. Oh, this one. I think that's the one. Okay. Jesus. That's quite a lot of polygons, but I guess it's okay. Okay. So that took forever. I'm gonna move the air condition because it can't be floating like that. But it's still okay detail. So, and what is this though? Oh, it's the whole thing. Yeah. So this is the light. And what we have is also our reflection probe, which doesn't affect everything. So I'll just expand that to make it coherent. So now it looks already better. Door piece. Okay, so we have our doorway here, and so this is good. What I want is that it will be on this side, it will be this piece, so I'll delete that one. I'll delete that one. And then I'll delete this one. And then I'll take this. Okay, now duplicated it is fine. rotate it 90 degrees and move it. So this is going to be, is that going to be -6? It's going to be -5.7. And I know this because I've been doing it so much, and 0. Cool, so now we have a exit here. And then I'll take the store piece. Boop, boop, boop. Cool. So you see how that fits? It's pretty nice. And then I'll take this one and put it where it's supposed to be. So I think we have the base of the room now. Actually, we should probably have this at the, so I wanted to specifically be an entrance and an exit. I'm not sure if I know how to do that. Oh, for some reason that's probably because we opened it now as an FBX. It's all good, man. I'll move this over here, and what is that floating? That's a mouse. That shouldn't be there. Oh, and this didn't go as well because we didn't do it in the prefab. Cool. So confused about this thing. Yeah, I'll try to apply all and then go back, save. Apply all. So now it should have, yeah. So, no, wait. Open. Open. So confusing. For some reason. Okay. Now it works. Let's have this at 6, no, 9. And 0. That's pretty cool. And how many enemies are we gonna have in this room? That's the interesting part. So I'll say from 1 to 3. And then this is the path that we're gonna define. I'll have 1 here, I guess. And then 1 over here. And then 1 over here. Just move it over there. And 1 over here. And this is the spawn point. Spawn point 1. And spawn point 2. Cool. So I like this actually. I'll save it. And I think we should put it in the game just to see how it looks. So we have our office funnel. I mean, it obviously needs other stuff in it as well, but the stream is dragging out a bit and we can't have it going on forever. But the idea is that you come in here and then there will be a reception and you'll be able to go in 2 directions, and that will kind of like lead into the next area of the office building. So map generation. We have our office flow. How does that look? Open flow. So we're gonna add it here. And was it called office funnel, I think? Yeah. Okay, so now it's just gonna add it as the other ones, which is fine. Yeah, I think that is good just to test it. So just hide this, and then it should be part of the levels now. I don't know when it will come, because it's random generated, but let's see if we can play through to get to that point. Oh, here it is. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. That's a bit rough. That's a pretty cool map though. Yeah, so we have it here and it looks kind of good, I would say. Nice. Not bad. I'll try to restart it. Yeah. This always happens when I pause it. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, so next time I'll see if I can make it work so it's set up a bit differently. Ooh. Intense beginning. Yeah, so this is the room. Not bad. No, that's not what? Oh, yeah, it is. So this is what I want to be the entrance, and then there's kind of like two exits. Here we have it again. Whew. Close one. No! Yeah. So I think that concludes our stream. Awesome that you stopped by, and if you're watching this later, also awesome. I'm happy to stream a couple of times, and you should definitely subscribe because I enjoy doing this. I also put out videos once a week at least, so there's plenty of stuff just to dig into and have fun with. So until the next time, I'll see you.